Hey, this is Sean Mack with next week's topic with God and technology. And I have another guest this week, another housemate, and it's Noah. So I'm letting him introduce himself.
My name's Noah. I am a senior here at Greenville. I'm double majoring in both computer information systems and digital media with a graphic design emphasis.
Yeah, me and Noah met, freshman year, and we're seniors now. And he said he's double major, and one of his majors is digital media, just like me. So our topic this week is over God and technology. So I thought Noah would be an interesting guest to pick his brain about, for one, technology, and also he's a Bible man. So I thought he was be a very good guest. So. So when I say God and technology, what comes to your mind right away? Just without getting too deep into it yet.
I just think about sometimes it's necessary to space yourself from technology, and have alone time with God, because it can be a distraction at some times.
Yeah. One of the kind of the funny example topics we talked about in class and in my blog I wrote is Twitter. Because my blog I kind of specialize on social media aspect of technology because it's very broad, so I focus down on social media. So in class and in my blog we both talked about if Twitter was a thing, back then with Jesus, how do you think it would, what comes to your mind when I don't want to ask you questions, I just want to see what would you think, or how would it be, or
well.
That and like technology itself,
If back then, if they had the same technology that we have now, and Jesus utilized that technology, so if he had a Facebook or a Twitter or something like that, I'd actually be really interested to see how that would play out. Just because there's a lot of people out there, from my experience, that downplay or negativize, if that's even a word, like negatively pressure, like posts, and even if it's a positive or just a negative post in general, they amplify it. So I mean, I'm sure it would be something that would be readily available for the many, but it'd just be really interesting to see how, as Jesus and God in essence would utilize that technology to even get around those, that
disciples. I posted a video actually. Well, I found a video that I posted on my blog where it was like a 5-minute video where it was kind of cheesy, but it was kind of just proving a point with Twitter. It was like they had Twitter posts and Twitter accounts like guard one and blah blah blah, and it was just like led up to Jesus' crucifixion. I thought it was kind of funny, just because they were comparing, and I was like, yeah, I think that. It wouldn't. I mean, I don't think that's how it would be 100%, but it's kind of funny to compare now. But I also wrote in my blog. Now, do you think that Jesus had any kind of technology back then? Like, when we think of technology, I'll rephrase that. When we think of technology nowadays, it's like phones, electricity, batteries, stuff that requires electricity. Now, do you think there was any kind of technology back then? Whether it be whatever technology was. Do you think Jesus had any kind of?
Well, back then, more or less, the technology was in architecture, and at least my understanding of that. And so whenever he was in a synagogue or some form of public place, they don't have any form of amplification systems, so they had to build with architecture. They had to build systems that would amplify. So I mean, I'm sure he would know. At least understand that in an aspect, so he could go to those specific places and know that he would be heard. And if that's considered to be some form of technology, I'd say he utilized that. And then, I mean, a lot of the time he drew in the ground. So I mean, that could have been some form of screen. So I guess that
application.
Yeah. I got my dirt app update today.
Yeah, it came with more minerals, a lot more smooth writing than dirt. question.
I don't have to.
It's funny. It's funny to like think about it. I mean,
Hello, sir.
so do you think?
You don't buy chains up in laundry stuff.
Do you think?
Laundry stuff?
That's our house. Yeah, you know, it's all natural. We keep this interview rolling, even though our housemates are having conversations. What's my next question? Okay. Oh yeah. So also in class, in my blog, we kind of wrote about like, let me get your opinion. Do you think technology? Okay, do you think there's such thing as evil technology or bad technology, whether it comes, devices or applications, or do you think it's the users and the people?
I'd say it's more the users and the people, because all technology is created by humans. So if it's an application that has any form of evil behind it, say human trafficking, like they use a database to keep track of who has who, sort of thing like that. They use barcodes. I don't know if you heard about it. They tattoo barcodes onto women, children, and they scan them to keep track. So I mean, that in essence could be considered a evil form of technology, but grocery stores use barcodes to keep track
So
of
it's
things.
the users,
So it's
the
more of
people.
the user and how they apply that technology to accomplish their goal.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So we can kind of wrap this up with one last topic. We had a presentation in class also where someone had to give a presentation about this topic, and what they did is they we kind of talked about it too, but they also just kind of went further into it. So I'll get your opinion. Do you know what? Do you know how like the film and video industry and VHS like kind of started?
Yeah, pornography.
Okay, cool. So, I'm sure. Yeah, so yeah, they had a pornography topic, and we talked about like all these things originated from pornography, and it's like, when did you first learn about that? Okay, well, whenever you did, what was your first like? Were you like, oh, makes sense, or were you like shocked?
It makes sense with regards to the fact that the pornography industry relies heavily on visuals.
Yeah.
So, if they're wanting to improve quality, I guess, they have someone that, or if someone had a desire for that, then they would, or a more looking for a cheaper, more productive way to produce some form of material. And this isn't just in the pornographic industry; it's in any form of industry. You're always trying to improve the word I'm looking for, efficiency of your production.
Yeah.
So it's not really a surprise because they were one of the biggest contributors to that.
Yeah, one of the things we like figured out is like a lot of like not just VHS and like visuals, but like everything that comes with it, like obviously DVDs that originate from. So it's like a
progression.
Yeah, it could cause not a cause and effect, but whatever chain. But anyways, like online payments even came from that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because like obviously any entertainment business, you would call it, needs some kind of payment.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was interesting. I'm surprised that you knew that because I was going to go further into that. But yeah, but that was a big topic. That's one of the things we went deeper into, like how technology isn't per se like evil. It's just the way the users and how it's been used and how that has definitely changed in the past like 10 years, or even more than that. So yeah, that is God and Technology. I want to thank Noah for taking his lovely time out of his day to do this. Till next time, this is Sean Mack.